global event.
Today we look at the disc golf bag from Carbella Designs. Look at this thing here. Really going bold with a little bit of styling. I love this down the bottom. There's this like leather patch down here that says Carbella. Really classy. This is their Aztec model, and as you can see, it's just come out of the packaging here. It is pretty flat. They have hooked us up with some inserts. We're going to go over how to put those inserts into your bag. What I am loving about this bag, they are really trying to mix fashion with disc golf. It says it right on their website. These are incredible, like a little bit of a feminine touch on their bags. Huge shout out to Carbella Designs for sending these over for the review. All right, so as we look at this bag, I mean, we can break it down real quick here. I love the feature set that's happening in this bag. You've got a bunch of stuff happening. I'm just gonna pull this down just a little bit so that we can take a look at the top of this bag. And you know, you kind of need to open it up, work those zippers, open this bag up, and start to get this bag to look more like a disc golf bag and less like a bag that was just shipped to you. So, huge pocket on the bottom here, great access on the bottom for discs. This just sits back here. No Velcro on the back of this, but you know what, truthfully, I don't think it's necessary. Some brands talk about, you know, the Velcro on the back here. Once your discs are in here, they are holding this in place. You've got a great little mini pocket right here. Nice organization, very quick and easy there. And then I love what you've got. Man, they've just thought of a lot of nice little features here. Great little pocket on the front. I could see this being great for like the mid-range that you always go to, or that fairway driver that you always go to. Same thing with the pocket here. So they've given you some really nice features for when you are in a situation where, you know, you got those discs that you keep going to. You got a bag of them, but you know, you got like that mid-range that you always go to, or that fairway driver, that 7-speed that you just love. You know, put those in an easy to access spot. They're really quick and easy. Love that. You've got, you know, spot on the top for your putters. And we are gonna grab some of my discs to fill this bag to have a look at it. But as I said before, let's figure out these inserts first so that we can actually get a really good sense for this bag. Side zips come down on the sides here. Kind of love the way that this opens up on the side. And inside here, hopefully I can show this, you've got some Velcro inside here. And this Velcro is kind of your guide. You want to get your inserts tucked inside that Velcro sleeve. Maybe what we can do here too is I can lay this down on the table. All right, so we've got these Velcro flaps on the side here. Inside this pocket, you've got this Velcro. That is where your inserts are going to go. And I'll just grab these inserts to show you real quick. They are as you'd expect them to look, matching the shape of the bag. So these are going to go in on each side, just tucked inside the Velcro. And having just had a bag kind of recently that had inserts to deal with, when I did these on the other bag, the pink one, I have to say it, they are much easier on this bag than one of our recent ones that we just reviewed recently. So let's do this together. Now, because this bag was so flat, it might be a little bit flimsy and it might fight me just a touch. Oh, there you go. You can just, look at that. You can just feel it kind of like sliding right into place. The Velcro is great. And this little sleeve here, I just find it like, yeah, like it just works its way around. Oh, so easy. Same idea on this side. You've got your, you know, your insert right here. Show it there, yeah, okay, good. And same thing, once I get this kind of slid into behind this Velcro, you know, you're gonna feel it kind of just slide right in there. Hopefully I can make this one look as easy as the other one felt. I'm gonna just come off screen for a second just so that I can get myself into a good spot here. I know that once I got it started, it felt like it just kind of wanted to go. So let's see if we can. All right, that feels like it's starting to slide. And that's it's not in the right spot yet. That's better. Let's see if I can get this side to do the same thing. Get that side there up a little bit. Oh yeah, I mean, you know, just maybe like a touch finicky at the start, but once it starts to go, you can feel like, oh, you know what? I just found it. I've got it in the right spot, you know, and fantastic. Okay, well that's the bag. I mean, that's how simple that was. And if we look at the sides for a moment here, big deep pocket, great for like, you know, snacks, storing, you know, lunch, anything like that, as well as like a windbreaker or a light sweater. You know, so many times we get out either in the morning and you need a sweater on, late afternoon you want to have something for later, maybe the weather's going to change, you need a rain jacket. Tons of space in these side pockets here. Great access down here too, for you've got room for a water bottle, and then you've also got room in here for, you know, you could put a disc retriever, you could put an umbrella on one side, and these appear to just kind of mirror on both sides. So the fact that you could have like a disc retriever on one side and your golf umbrella on the other gives you just like so much versatility. Or a stool, you know, if you want to sit down, if the, you know, the tournament you're playing or the event you're at is going slow, sometimes it's nice to have a stool. Some of those stools are so light as well. So let's look at the back for a second. Couple of little D-ring right there, you know, again for you could put a towel or something like that on the back here. Okay, so you do have room for like a towel or tags right there. This sternum strap is adjustable, which I love. Nice little bit of back support with these cushiony pads here. Lower sort of lumbar support at the back here as well. Straps, a little bit of cushioning in there. You know, I think this is quite comfortable. I find this bag quite light, very, very manageable. This is kind of like that, like, you know, after you've been playing for a while, maybe you've had your like shoulder bag, and like this is that step up to like having like, you know, a bigger bag with much more versatility that gives you a lot of options. And I mean, I don't know, the design on this thing, I mean, who wouldn't want this bag? So let's put some discs in this bag. I'm gonna start with, I've got my putters, two putters. I had my discs in the car, and it's starting to become that season where you can't leave your stuff in the car because it's starting to get pretty warm out. So I gotta be a little bit more careful with that. All right, oh, those fit in nice and deep. And I would even say probably have room for another. I think I have, yeah, I've got the, that James Conrad Envy honoring the Holy Shot. So let's just throw another putter in there for right now. Really comfortable, easy to get 4 discs in there, so that's a really great start. They're in there, they're not falling out. Some people like their putters a little bit higher up, but I would say even with 4, these are kind of, they can slide in and out pretty easily, so that is a really good look. Little Rico X, shout out to our very first video ever. I will never get rid of this disc. First video Local Disc Golf ever did was the Rico X. Okay, where would we clip a towel onto this bag? I think it looks like the D-ring is kind of on the back here, which is totally fine. Typically you'd see a D-ring on the top, but as I said before, I could actually also just kind of clip onto these like side straps here. I could just as easily, you know, run a towel on the side of the bag. Very cool there. All right, let's start to think a little bit about the like practicality of like the game that I am going to play, where there are certain discs that I kind of go to regularly. My Mantra's a big one, and I'm actually just been loving this MD1 5600, very straight disc. If you're looking for a disc to kind of like teach you, you know, good form and getting that flight, you know, dialed, this is one of those discs that like whatever angle you put it on, it's gonna fly there. So it's gonna tell you a lot about your form and about your game. This isn't sponsored or anything. I just think that this is a great disc. So I don't know, let's put that disc sitting right there. And then my actually, I'm gonna see how these fit truthfully. That slides in nicely there. And my Mantra's just right there, perfect. I've got more room, truthfully. I'm trying to think of like what's another kind of go-to disc right now. Well, actually, funny enough, just got our hands on this OTB Watt. Been kind of really liking that, so maybe I'll just slide that right in behind there too. wow, you know, the way that this bag like sets up for kind of like organizing your setup, tons of discs in here, and I'm not a person that carries like a ton of distance drivers, so hopefully, you know, you find that information like useful to you too. I've got a really beautiful one that we're just working on the review for right now. This is the Amethyst from Visionary Disc Golf. You've seen them. They make incredible professional grade disc golf nets for training. They are getting into some discs as well. Look at that foil on there, just beautiful. 5-speed, really, really beautiful disc. I'll throw that in the mix too, and then we can kind of talk about the, you know, what we've got in this bag right now. Okay, we've just thrown that into the mix. All right, let's count. Let's see what we got in here. So there's still space. I've got 2 12 speeds. I've got a 9. I've got 3 7s. 1, 2 6s. 1, 2, 3 5s. A 4. 3 3s. And then I have an H7, which is like a kind of, I've been using it like either a flip up in tailwind or a roller disc. So it's living at the end there. You can actually see though in here, there is space. Like I like a bag that just sits a touch loose, just makes everything really easy to access. I could have probably got more in. Let's just throw another 6-speed in there on the end. Yeah, I mean, that's starting to get like a little snug. I've got room though. I could probably do one more. So yeah, so 18 on the main. 1 I feel like is probably the go in here. I've got 2 comfortably in here. Probably have room for a 3rd. I do. 4 putters up top. This bag can hold a lot of discs. Now, if that's what you're after, that's phenomenal. That will, you know, that will serve you well. But you know, ultimately, these pockets, this extra space might be for like, you know, cell phone wallet keys. You might want to use, you know, this pocket here for that. Maybe you like to keep those discs in a separate spot, or, you know, maybe, you know, your mini goes in here. Let's grab my mini. Shout out to my old school PDGA 26900 marker. Again, nice that it slips right in there, zips up, totally secure. It's not falling out. And again, this could be a great spot for, you know, some power protein bars, some snacks, things like that. Or again, you can put discs in here. So tons of versatility in this bag. And with the side here, I did bring a disc retriever that we are looking at right now. This one's from Rogue Iron and gives you like a ton of different attachments. I'll just throw an attachment on it real quick. This one might even shrink down like smaller than you want. You can really like snug that in there. You can snug in the bottom. So now I've got my retriever there. You know, I've got room over here for like a regular, like sort of small water bottle. And this can zip up here on the sides. Zip up the other side, because I think I left that open. Wow, I mean, this is just a sharp bag. Like, it's just a beautiful bag. And again, without that Velcro there, you will need to pull the disc out if you're gonna like pull the flap back through to close it up if you're traveling or anything like that. But zippers move extremely well. And again, because your putters sit like pretty deep here and this flap comes up high, you have a decent amount of room to bring that flap over, and this bag like closes up very nicely for, you know, travel, or if you've got to throw it in the back of someone's car and you're worried about it, you know, maybe tipping over or whatever. This is, I mean, this is a beautiful bag. I kind of don't want to give it away because it's just a beautiful look. All right, having taken a walk through the bag here, done some first impressions, let's get outside, let's go throw a few holes on a course and get a feel for this bag, the pros and cons of the actual experience. Okay, so we're back in studio. We had a chance to get out and play a little bit with this bag, use this bag in like real world situations. I really liked it. Favorite features, kind of standout features, are definitely this pocket right here. I kind of loved this. And I love that this wasn't, you know, where my putters had to go. I could keep like frequently used disc in here, or I could save this for, you know, cell phone wallet keys or some snacks, things like that. Great feature, nice deep putter pocket here that I can get into, you know, holds 3 to 4 discs, really nice as well. Criticisms or maybe like things that I would work on for like a future version of this bag. Not deal breakers, but just things that like, I would maybe like to see in a future version. Right now there's just the one D-ring on here. Wouldn't mind a couple more D-rings just for being able to do like towels, tags, just hooking things onto the bag is kind of nice. Not that I, couldn't use one of these side straps here that would be either used for holding a disc retriever or an umbrella in place. You could definitely like hook a towel onto these side straps, so there is a fix there. And then, aside from that, I always will want on any bag I review, I will always ask for that manufacturer, that the designer of that bag to do thicker straps in the future. To me, there's no such thing as shoulder straps that are too thick because they just add more comfort, more cushioning to your shoulders. And if that's where the weight of the bag is sitting, I think we can always do better with that. So I'd love to see a little bit thicker straps, but they were doing a nice job here with the cushioning on the back. This is a very comfortable bag to like be, when it's sitting on your back, it is comfortable. So, not a huge criticism there. The inserts, because there are just the two inserts in this bag, and not like a full rigid frame throughout this bag, you get some nice shape to the bag, but then it's also not too heavy. So, good spots for like water bottles and beverages, things like that. You've got great storage on the sides, as we already kind of talked about. I was a big fan of this bag, so huge thanks to Carbella Designs for sending it. I had a lot of fun reviewing this bag. They're a very cool design. I think that they're really onto something here, and I highly recommend you check them out. So I will leave a link to Carbella Designs down in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. This is Local. We are local.